Hey there, and welcome to Feature Shelf, a series that provides book recommendations based on theme or title suggestions. This week's shelf was requested by Karen. I am the supplier, and this is Feature Shelf number 23, the Historical Fiction Edition, Part 1, World War II. So, more than any other historical period, my students tend to ask for books about World War II, and usually specifically about the Holocaust. It may be because they read Diary of a Young Girl in their English classes, or they're fascinated with genocide. Whatever the reason, I've put together a shelf of historical fiction novels set during World War II, not all of which deal with the Holocaust. The first novel on our shelf this week is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, a middle grade novel by John Boyne, told from the perspective and with the language of a 9-year-old boy. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas tells the story of the Holocaust from the point of view of a child who moves from Germany to Poland. Living next door to Auschwitz, he happens to make friends with a boy who lives on the other side of the fence. The second novel on our shelf this week is Between Shades of Grey by Rita Septis. We know that Hitler marched all over Europe, and at least that's what I tend to remember. But about the same time, Stalin was marching all over the countries surrounding Russia. Between Shades of Grey is a beautifully haunting story about the displacement of the Lithuanian people under Stalin's regime, from the perspective of a teenage girl. Third on the shelf this week is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. This one is told from the point of view of death and is a story of Liesl Memminger, a book thief in the time of book burnings in Munich, and she shares her love of books as she learns how to read with anyone she possibly can. Next on our shelf is codename Verity. Verity, an English spy, has been caught by the Gestapo. In order to prolong her life, she writes out the story of how she came to be the spy that she is and where she is. And it's really hard to talk about this one without giving anything away, so I'm going to stop talking about it and move on. Last on the shelf this week, and I don't currently have a copy of it to show you, is Snow Falling on Cedars by David Guterson. This one is an adult novel, but I read it as a junior in high school as part of my American Studies English class, so I'm going to include it here for more mature readers. After Japan bombed Pearl Harbor and the United States officially entered World War II, many Japanese immigrants and Japanese Americans were relocated to internment camps. This is part of the history of San Pedro Island, and it's a history that haunts the island through the trial of Kabu Miyamoto, who is being tried for the murder of a local fisherman. Thus endeth this week's feature shelf. I hope you found something on it that piqued your interest. If not, you can take a look at the short list of books that I considered for this episode, and there's a link to that in the description. Or if you would like to request your very own feature shelf, you can do so by leaving me a comment here on YouTube, or on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Or if you're not a social networker, then by using the contact page at thebooksupplier.com. Thank you for watching Feature Shelf number 23, the Historical Fiction Edition Part 1, World War II. I'm the supplier, wishing you happy reading. Don't forget to be awesome.